Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the third video, the third episode here. I just woke up and I decided to make this video and talk about being vegetarian, being vegan on the spiritual path. Because if you're someone who's into spirituality and things like that, you'll probably start to wonder whether or not you have to switch to being a vegan vegetarian or not, and is it like necessary? Is it like an obligation? First thing I want to say, no, like it's not an obligation to be vegetarian or vegan if you want to be on the spiritual path. It's not an obligation. It's not like something that you should do to be spiritual or to be, um, to walk on this spiritual path. It's not something that you should do, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot. If you are a vegan or vegetarian, it really helps a lot. I stopped eating meat back in 2021. 2021. That's when I stopped eating meat. But I still consume uh, products like milk, dairy products like milk and cheese, because because of the protein. Okay, because of the protein. You know, I would actually like to make it to the next level soon and switch to being vegan, because being vegan is like even way better and healthier. But that takes you have to be um, you have to be mindful and selective with what kind of food you're putting. Like, you have to nourish your body if you want to go vegan, because so many people go vegan and after a few months or a few years they go back to eating meat again, eating meat, because their bodies start to become fragile and they lose like muscles, they lose weight. If you want to go vegan, you have to like either take supplements or eat food with like high nutritious value and protein. I'm not at that level yet where I can be vegan and I can nourish my body fully. But I must say that my life started to change a lot when I started to be vegetarian, when I stopped eating meat. Yeah. It's not about uh it's right or wrong. This is not like a question of morality, whether it's right or wrong to be vegan or vegetarian. This is not a question of right or wrong. This is about you experimenting. You experiment. You don't have to believe anything on the spiritual path. You don't have to be a believer. You just have to experiment. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I started to experiment. When I went vegetarian, my sadhana, my meditation, my spiritual practices went easier. Everything everything became way easier when I started to eat vegetarian. Cause here's the thing about being a vegetarian on the spiritual path, or being a vegan. I'll explain it to you now in a way that I hope you get the real reason to why you want to choose to being a vegan or a vegetarian. I'll share with you my reason, okay? I'll share with you my reason. So my reason is, I look at it in this way. There's something called your lower nature, and there's something called higher nature. That's within all of us as human beings, okay? Lower nature, higher nature. Your lower nature is basically your three chakras you have in your body, which is the Muladhara, root chakra, and also you have Swadhisthana, you have Manipura. You have the root, you have the solar plexus chakra, and you have the first three chakras in here. This is your lower nature. This is what keeps you stuck in earth, in your body. When you wanna be spiritual, you wanna move beyond the three chakras. You wanna move to your higher nature. Okay, you want to rise to the heart, to hear the throat, and then Agna, and then Sahasrara. These four chakras are your higher nature, okay? Lower nature is like anger, lust, fear, greed, jealousy, possessiveness, resentment, hate. All these things are frequencies that keep you stuck in your lower nature. Your higher nature is love, compassion, power, integrity, confidence, truth, awareness, bliss. This is your high nature. So what happens is, when you stop eating meat, you start to disconnect yourself from your lower nature. Sorry about the mic. You start to disconnect yourself from your lower nature, and you start to rise to your higher nature. Your higher nature is love, compassion, truth, integrity, and all of it. It just happens naturally, you know. Even if you don't do like any spiritual practices or anything, just by not eating meat, things within you start to change. Things within you start to transform, and you know, you become this loving, compassionate being, and also you become so powerful. Yeah. People think being on the spiritual path is like all love, kindness, and compassion. It's true, but it's also, there's another side, which is being a sovereign being powerful, confident. You also get that. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that topic for another video. But I just want to say, I just want to make it clear in this video, this is the real reason to me. This is the real reason why I stopped eating meat. And I don't find any joy now in eating meat. I don't find any joy in it. I just don't find any joy. Yes, in the beginning, first year when I stopped eating meat, it was a little bit difficult, because I would be sitting with my family. My family would be having a meal, and they have meat. Everyone is eating meat. Everyone. If I'm sitting with friends or family members, everyone is eating meat. but me. And everyone will be looking at me like you're the odd one. So in the beginning, it was like difficult, but then as years went by, months and years, I no longer crave meat. Like literally, I don't crave meat at all. And I make really delicious food. Like I make soup, veggie soup. I like to eat rice a lot, and I like to um, like be creative when it comes to how I cook my veggies and how I cook my food. I like to be creative with it. Every time I may, do something. But that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.